Okay, so the last 3 Rap Conspiracy episodes have kind of taken off.
They went off, didn't they, completely?
They went completely off. And people have said, I want more Rap Conspiracies. Lucy, nice to have you in the building.
Thank you.
So, yeah, we're not just going to pluck stuff out of a fake MF Doom mask. I'm just going to jump straight in, right? The first one I'm going to talk to you guys about is Dr. Creep COVID-19 Prediction, which I know Mike knows.
I know all about this.
All about.
Sorry, Doctor Who?
Dr. Creep. Back in 2013, Dr. Creep released a song called Pandemic. Now, as we all well know, this was 7 years before the pandemic happened, okay? The video had people in hazmat suits and, you know, like biological chemistry labs and stuff like this. Now, the lyrics of this song open up with, what do you mean H7N3? Begin life in a lab in the first war of vaccines. Million die in the first week in pandemic dreams.
The city's sick like disease and it can't be cured.
Because that didn't happen.
Well, no, but he's talking about influenza, okay?
Oh, right, yeah. Spanish flu then, basically.
Now, later, he has the line, 2020 combined with coronavirus body stacking.
2020 combined with coronavirus body stacking.
So I'm going to throw my 2 cents in on this, okay? Because he didn't get the year right. Because it actually came about at the later part of 2019 in Wuhan.
That's true.
We, did go into lockdown in the West in 2020. Second thing, he doesn't mention COVID-19. He mentions coronavirus. Coronavirus is a well-known virus that has been around for years, and there's different strains of coronavirus.
True. SARS,
so I think
MERS.
it's a very, very lucky guess. I think it's as simple as that. I think fair play to him.
I agree.
He's made a punt.
What I would say is, when you look back, everybody always turns around and looks back at the year of 2020 being the year of the pandemic.
Yeah,
like
sure.
generally speaking. All right,
So you're saying he's some
started.
kind of guy that can see the future?
No, I'm just saying it's a lucky guess probably too. But
Thank
it's
you.
very good. It is very good.
Lucy?
I think it's easy to predict pandemics, though, because they're always going to happen, aren't they?
It's true. It also
So-
happens every 100 years.
Yeah,
And
and
also-
2020 is such a... It's like 2012 when people thought the world was going to end. It's just that date that people stick with.
The last 300 years, there has been a pandemic every 100 years. So 1820, there was one. 1920, there was one. Now 2020. So I think it's a lucky guess.
Well, I've
Yeah.
actually
Yeah,
got
I
a
agree.
quote from Dr. Creep. He said there were already 6 or so coronaviruses in 2012, 2013 when the pandemic song was created, and coronavirus is being talked a lot about at the time. 2020 to 2030 was just significant years to me. To me, the lyrics are more of a coincidence than a prediction. I wasn't trying to predict anything. I just rapped.
So he copped out. That's fine. Good
Well,
on
that's
him.
fine. He's just
At
made
least
me
he's
look
told-
like an absolute plonker, but whatever. I won't believe anymore.
At least he's told the truth. And that is, it's just a lucky guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so next one.
Go.
Erykah Badu Passion Fruit.
Sorry, what's she called?
Erykah Badu.
Badu?
Do you not know Erykah Badu?
No.
Are you
Badu?
joking me?
I
Who's
don't. I don't know.
I don't have a Badu who that is.
Are you?
Okay, Spencer, please explain.
Erykah Badu is super famous. Like, she's a wildly successful R&B artist, singer, producer. She's an absolute queen. You guys need to listen to some Erykah Badu.
Oh, no. My life keeps moving like a rolling stone.
That's all I'm going to
Tom,
say.
I'm disappointed in you because you should know.
I don't know.
Put him on the spot in his
didn't.
2 Pac-Man t-shirt.
There's nothing wrong with a 2 Pac-Man t-shirt.
I'll tell you what, it is quite unusual.
Can you
This
stand
one.
up a minute?
I
Show us
can't.
that. Stand up. Stand
I
up.
got it years ago.
Stand up.
It's very nice, actually. I like
Very
that.
nice. It's not on the merch shop, by the way, everyone.
No.
Just saying.
And it's not our t-shirt.
We don't
so-
earn it, no, but thank you.
I don't even know
Anyway,
where I got
tell
it
us
from,
more,
so-
Spencer.
So Erykah Badu, like I said, super famous R&B singer.
Obviously,
Right,
yeah.
okay. Now, Erykah Badu Passion Fruit refers to, she has dated a lot of people within the hip-hop scene. So she used to be with Andre 3000,
I know him.
used to be with Common,
Yes.
used to be with DOC. Basically, once a hip-hop artist has been with Erykah Badu, they suddenly become very successful and very talented. So let's just give you an example. So she was seeing Andre 3000 in 1995, okay, which was the year before Aliens, the Outkast album came out.
It's a great album, actually.
Great album,
Yeah, it is.
1996.
I
So
rate Outkast.
yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah.
Big boy, super fan. So she was seeing Andre 3000, and then that was when they blew up as artists, as Outkast. Okay, it's just before. I mean, I think they split up in 1999, which was when Miss Jackson came out.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Ooh, I am for real.
No, let's not sing because people are unsubscribed.
Hey, we're amazing. Anyway, then she started seeing Common in the year 2000.
Love Common.
And they were dating between 2000 and 2003, which is when Common really struck through with mainstream success. Then in 2004, she was seeing DOC. Okay, and that's when DOC really started to find success, not as an individual rapper, but in 2006, he wrote the Blue Carpet Treatment. You remember the Snoop Dogg album?
Yes, Crazy was one of my favourite songs off that.
Oh, mate, for me, it was
I still play it now in the car.
Pull up, dip low in the phantom with the wheels spinning, ladies like.
Yes,
That's that. You can't say that word.
Again,
but-
please don't sing because people will unsubscribe to them. Anyway.
And then
Voice of an angel.
later on after that, she was seeing Jay Electronica, who blew up. So Erykah Badu Passion Fruit is basically once you've been with Erykah Badu, you'll become super talented and successful. That's the conspiracy.
Where is she now and who's she with? Do we know?
I don't know right now. No.
Okay. Can we invite her on the show? Because we might,
Well, yeah.
It's. I mean, if you date people in the media, there's probably people she's dated that haven't become famous. I would imagine.
There's a point there.
Because if you're only going to,
because you wouldn't know about it.
no, you wouldn't, would you?
of course you wouldn't.
So, and also okay, so it's not like she's dating regular people with no talent, and then she dates them, and they suddenly gain
It is
talent.
interesting though because that's before social media really kicked off, so there's no platforms there
Good point.
to raise awareness of
Yes.
them. So that's what interests me in that. No social media,
That's a very good point.
That is a very
other
good
than
point.
MySpace, but I don't think that would have been a space.
Well, I suppose
to-
it would have been
Bebo.
it would have been a time
Yeah.
for the
Well,
kind
no,
of gossip
even in the
mags.
90s, it wouldn't have been Bebo and MySpace. That was like early 2000s or very late 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2004, I would say. I was at secondary school, I think.
Yeah. So probably about that.
Sure,
Yeah.
my age
Around
now. I
about,
left-
yeah.
Yeah. I personally think, I mean, it was the age of the old, celeb gossip tabloid back then, wasn't it? I think
Yeah.
people being seen together going to events, it's more like a power couple. It's like Posh and Bex. You know, would they be as successful still as they are? David Beckham, yeah, I know.
Did you?
Okay. No.
How has Posh and Bex just come up in this
It's a
podcast?
power, no, it's a
I have
power
no idea.
couple thing. It's,
Yeah,
it's the
but-
whole
but-
idea of the power couple.
But that's the point, is they weren't necessarily that powerful
Yeah,
at the
they
time.
were
It's-
powerful
they-
in their own
But
right.
but you're saying she was quite successful.
Erykah Badu's massive. I
Okay,
don't know how
so-
no one here has heard
So
of it.
people being seen with her, it's like being successful by association. You know, it was the age back then of the power couple,
No,
wasn't it?
erroneous, because a power couple means both are successful and then they become together. So like
No, not
Posh
always,
Spice was
not
a
always.
Spice Girl.
No,
and
not always.
David Beckham was like one of the best football
Not
players
always,
of all time.
not
But
always.
that's what a power couple is it
No,
not?
it's not. They can become a power couple because somebody famous gets with somebody else, and then they're seen together, and they're like, press are like, oh, great, they
Disagree.
look great together. That has happened in history.
Well, I mean, you could look at it as well as
not,
Nancy
that's not a
Kensit and
power
Liam
couple.
Gallagher.
That's
May-
not a power couple, is it?
maybe.
What are we shouting about power couples?
I don't
Do you
know.
read Heat magazine, Tom?
No, I've
Neither
never
do
picked up
I.
a
So
copy.
why are we arguing about it?
All right, okay.
Lucy?
Well, maybe they were on magazines though, because magazines would have been popular before
Yeah,
social
print
media.
media.
So maybe
Okay.
they were packed a lot.
The voice of reason over here.
Let's break us up.
Well, I
mean,
think the other angle to look at it is maybe Erykah Badu is just a super inspiring woman. Maybe she
That's one way to
is
say it.
a muse and encourages artistic works within the people.
she must be a very supportive partner, yeah.
Yeah.
Was she at the height of her fame then?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm
Maybe
obviously I thought everyone would know what
No.
I'm talking about, but okay,
No.
that's
Maybe she's just, like you said, maybe she's a nurturing.
So are we going yes or no with
Creative
that one? I'm
person.
going to go no. It makes no difference.
Nah.
no. Okay, so that's 2 no's then.
It's a no from me.
Okay, so
You don't know here, Spin. They're not our theories. They're the Rap
oh
Conspiracy
yeah, I
Iceberg
just want to
theories.
confirm, like, none of this is our theories. I'm just talking about what other people have said online.
One eternity later.
What is phalangio?
Fellatio.
Fellatio, that's it. Fellatio.
It's
Been watching too much
well,
Friends.
phalangio is something different.
We'll
But,
perhaps leave
yeah,
that for another channel.
fellatio is
Is oral sex.
It's oral sex. It's a BJ.
Oh.
Oh. I was trying to keep it PG.
We learn
but
something new every day, kids.
Yeah.
There we go.
People.
Interestingly enough, Young Buck from G Unit. Yeah.
Is this another one now?
No, he started in Cash Money. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, Young Buck started in Cash Money, and he said in an interview that after seeing the Lil Wayne kissing photos with Birdman, he said that Birdman never acted like that with him. But then again, 50 Cent has famously come out many times in the media to say Young Buck is dating transgender people. So yeah, interesting tidbit.
That is an
there.
interesting fact.
Yeah.
I'm starting to realise much more now how the hip hop and rap scene is quite sordid.
Well, it's funny actually because one of the points that I don't cover today that's in the Rap Conspiracy Iceberg is all rappers are gay, and
It's
I
a bit
haven't
of a
addressed that
generalisation,
because
really, isn't it?
yeah, a lot
I'm sure
of this
some
comes
are,
in.
and I'm massively supportive of the community.
Oh yeah,
100%.
But you can't generally say that an entire genre is gay.
12 seconds later.
Don't
nowadays.
kill me that I've never seen RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh,
I haven't.
you are missing out.
No, I
I'm
haven't
surprised you
seen
haven't
it.
actually. I thought that'd be bang up your street
Let
list.
us know in the comments whether you have or not. I mean, it's very different content to what we put out, but it's
Blair Sinclair, number one. Just
Okay.
saying.
I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with
Hannibal Lecter.
I'll tell you what. Shall we now quickly? I'll do some really quick ones.
Yeah, do it.
Okay,
Go.
really quick ones that we don't
Do
have to
it.
chew into too much. So, who is Mr. Fantastic? Okay.
it's near Fox.
No, it's to do with MF Doom.
Oh.
So Mr. Fantastic, if you're a Marvel fan, is the head of the Fantastic Four. But in MF Doom's early albums, so there's two tracks, Rap Snitches and Antimatter, okay, there is a rapper featured called Mr. Fantastic, right? He's got a very deep voice, and nobody knows who he is.
What do you mean?
He doesn't exist. He's only on these two tracks by MF Doom. He has no back catalogue, no solo, no other features.
Could it not be MF Doom with his voice deepened via?
That's what some people think. Some people think it's Madlib who did Mad Villainy
Is he
with MF Doom.
is he in a music video or anything like that?
Nope,
You can't identify
he's
him.
on two tracks on the albums, and that's it. It doesn't exist
It's a
otherwise.
studio creation. That's what I could put it down.
Yes.
His
as.
alter ego, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, alter ego.
Yeah.
Do a rap, lower your voice down. We've done that
Well,
before when we were kids, didn't we?
MF Doom is well known for having lots of alter egos. So perhaps, and yes, Tom, you and I did make some rap tracks when we were teenagers.
Helium Man and Deep Man.
Helium Man versus Deep Man, where we altered our voices using Adobe Audition, and it was shameful.
It was the best work I've ever done.
And even I actually have to admit, even though I can't rap, I did actually end up featuring on one of Spencer's.
Yes, there was a song called B-Sides, and you
It
did
was.
do a rap verse when we were 16.
And
We
you're
wrote
not
it for you.
overlaying it on this.
I'm going to try and find this song.
It's not
I
happening.
have it on the disc.
You know, it's like when the creative process, these rappers will go to studios, they'll bring all their posse with them, their mates, they'll sit there, they'll have a few beers and potentially some other substances, which none of us condone, but obviously happens.
Caffeine.
Caffeine, exactly, that's the one I was referring
Red
to.
Bull and
they'll
Monster,
sit in the
big-
studio,
big
their
players.
mates will be there, you know, TikTok, Instagram, well, not with MFD, he's probably a bit older than that.
Well, he's-
Oh, rest in
he's
peace.
dead.
That's what I mean.
Rest in peace.
But what I'm trying to refer to here, I wasn't having a go at the dead. Come on. But what I'm saying, I think Doom was doing a track, and I think he was sat there and he thought, you know what, I need someone on this. Oi, matey over there. All right,
Hey,
bud?
Mr. Fantastic.
Right, you got a day off from working in Subway or whoever. Come out over here and just spit a couple of bars and lower your voice a little bit, and we'll say that you're such and such.
It's funny
I think
actually
it's
that you
that.
should say it because I don't think it's MF Doom himself because his flow, his accent, completely different.
Yeah, so like Bristolian accent.
Oi, Barry.
Right on, my handsome.
Well, that's Cornish, isn't it?
I know.
Is it?
At least you can talk again now.
Yeah, it's Cornish.
No,
man,
that- there we
oh,
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, nothing
Proper
to that.
made here in the building.
We can't. We find it impossible to do quick fires, don't we?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, this is supposed to be a quick fire. Okay, I'll go into another quick fire then. So nobody knows who Mr. Fantastic is.
No,
That's fine.
don't care.
MF Doom body doubles. I'm going to go for another Doom one. Okay, so and this is fact.
Why would you
This
need a
is-
body double?
Well, no, this is fact, and I'm not talking Stalin or whatever body doubles. I'm talking MF Doom. He because he wears a mask, he used to turn up and just not do shows. He'd bring somebody else with him, and they would put the mask on and go on stage and basically sing along to the lyrics effectively, and he would just sit in the back having a brewski, and
It's a dream, isn't it? It's passive income.
well, no, at one point They basically, so there was a rumor that
Outsource.
it was rumored that he was turning up to these shows and not actually playing and sending somebody out and lip syncing. So that the crowd didn't believe it was him when one of the body doubles was up and started booing, right? And he came out in the mask and sent the body double off and actually perform a show. But yeah, allegedly he used to go to shows with a body double and get them to go out and lip sync while he just sat in the back chilling out.
And that actually happened.
Allegedly, yes.
Would you pay to go and watch that?
Nah.
There we go.
Well, I think that's the point. You didn't know it was going to happen, did you? So
I mean, it's pretty genius. It's outsourcing, really. It's
outsourcing at its finest.
It is outsourcing at its
100%.
finest. I mean, you know, it's the dream for all of us, isn't it? To earn money doing nothing.
Oh, for sure.
How much did he pay the guy?
Oh, God knows. Who?
Probably not a
It was
lot.
probably
Imagine
Mr.
if-
Fantastic.
Imagine.
Oh, that's a link.
Oh,
I bet it was.
Oh.
It was Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic
We'll drop it
is
at the
his
bottom
body
His
double.
mate who works
That's
in,
amazing.
His mate works in Subway, normally, right?
Why you keep going
I
to
don't know,
Subway?
I don't know.
hungry?
His mate works in Subway, right? As a day off, he thinks, yeah, I'll go and
Sandwich
I'll
artist.
go and hang out with Doom. All right, well, he's recording some tracks.
All
he
caps.
drops one as Mr. Fantastic, yeah. Doesn't release anything else. Can't really rap because the producers they're like, ooh, levels. Yeah, I'll put a bit of auto-tune on that. Done. And then he's like, oh, I'll go to your gig. I'll go to a gig with him because it's free beer and women, probably. If that's what he's into.
Got my rider on.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
You know what? I can't be bothered to go on stage today. Can you just put my mask on and go on out? You
Hey,
look a bit like me."
fantastic. You can do this.
Yeah, you crack on,
They
bro.
probably don't even need to pay him. If you
Yeah.
if you got the
Posse, innit?
experience of going out in front of 10, 20,000 people pretending to be MFD, you probably have a whale of a time.
Brilliant. I think that's fantastic. You know what? I think next time I'm just not going to bother turning up to the show. Just get someone else to do it. I'll put a mask on.
Can we get someone who just looks a bit like B?
Well,
to wear
it's,
the
James
glasses?
it's
Corden.
funny you should say this because the other day, Mike and I went to a restaurant, and when I turned up late, and I go there quite often, and the woman that was serving us, she turns around, she goes, "Oh, it's great to see you. Your friend's not being very friendly tonight. He hasn't even said hello to me." And I'm like, "Oh, for God's sake!" So I went, and I was like, "Mike, why aren't you saying hello? Why aren't you saying hello?" And it was only then that it occurred to me that I've been out with one of my other friends who looks remarkably like Mike, and she'd got the two of them confused.
Brilliant.
He's also a beardy fellow
He also
with a
had-
little bit of timber on him.
He's supposed to give me a right earful for it.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. So
So why are you being so rude?
we're doing quick fire. We're
Quick
supposed
fire.
to be
Well,
doing
this
quick
isn't
fire.
quick fire, is
My
it?
bad. Right. Okay. So
Next episode.